And there she is, Amena. Hello.
Well, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good.
Excellent. I actually put you down as a handful of YouTubers who really put this whole Muslimah fashion world on the map. So back then, 8 years, rewind, did you know what you were doing? Because you didn't have a manual.
I had no idea. Well, YouTube was a baby itself.
Yeah.
YouTube still is pretty new, relatively new technology. And back then, everyone was like, what is this thing? We're putting these videos out, who's watching them? And that's kind of how I started off. I didn't necessarily think of myself as a Muslim blogger or a Muslim vlogger or a hijabi this or that, because I was new to hijab myself.
So you were a bit of a risk taker then?
I've always been a risk taker now. One of the trappings of YouTube is that it is such a, like all forms of media, such a physical thing, so all you see is people from the outside changing. But I think internally I've evolved a lot. You know, I started off in my 20s and now I'm in my 30s.
People often want to hold on to the past. How do you navigate that? Because essentially your base is composed of audience members.
Ultimately, people will form attachments with you, right? And they'll get scared, oh my god, things are changing.
Yeah.
And because you no longer appeal to their sensibilities of whatever they thought you were. That doesn't necessarily mean that you owe them anything other than being yourself. There's a reason why people's reaction to my husband is very different to their reaction of me.
What's the difference?
It's so interesting.
Go on. What reaction does Osama get?
Because it is Osama and he's just like the most amazing man on the planet. It's far less judgmental, it's far less nitpicky, it's far more forgiving.
So you're watching this movie?
Yeah. It's called Toilet.
Oh really?
Have you watched it?
Is it an Indian film?
Netflix, yes.
Yeah. Oh, is it on
Watch
Netflix?
with subtitles though.
Okay.
So in the movie, like continuously, the woman is berated for being educated. And I experienced that growing up. I've got 3 other sisters. We are the first women to be educated, fully educated, higher education. And I think we have to, there's certain, sometimes negative cyclical patterns that you see through families that someone has to come along and change it and break it. Yeah. And usually it's from a place of love. Yeah, I was watching this movie, I was like, oh my god, like this is last night. This is what I'm saying, like once it unravels, you're like, oh, I was blind to this. I didn't realize this may be something that I might have inherited. Where there are ever times I kind of stopped myself from pursuing these things further because of the things that I had been told or heard. It's kind of crazy. We don't even know what we've picked up and what we're carrying within us.
Do you think your YouTube channel is part of that healing process?
For me it is, absolutely. Even if I'm filming like a commercial video for a brand, for me that's creative healing. What you're putting out is a form of reality TV,
getting people to access your life and be part of your family. But that means that opening up your home. How do you pick and choose what you showcase?
Yeah, I have a tricky, kind of a love-hate relationship with vlogging in that I sometimes feel like I want to do it more, but then it starts to feel manufactured. Like, I don't wear a scarf obviously in my home and I'm definitely not modestly dressed. So I'm kind of like, do I have to now like put everything on and then vlog? And I don't want to. We let people see snippets. Anything that has been vlogged, it's genuinely snippets of our day.
Yeah.
That is like, we are who we are.
Yeah.
You know, we're not jet setting everywhere, but we're doing kind of exciting stuff, I like to think. And you know, our kids are around too.
Have you like ever done anything and thought, I wish I hadn't captured that?
No, because I don't believe in regret.
You are a real influencer. It's happening. Sitting comfortably, but your day's about to get hectic, Amena.
It is. I have a bit of time with you, and then I have a meeting, and then I have a product launch.
Tell us more, or can you tell us?
This is an interesting one because there's this new thing I've started to adopt, right?
Yeah.
I said to them, happy to support. However, I've noticed that there's a lack of diversity in your branding. Is this something you're hoping to expand on? And I was like hesitant, do I ask, do I feel? And I was like, no, I've got to live by what I believe. You know, if I'm here in this space hopefully widening these standards of beauty and showing women of color that, you know, we can, there's nothing that only our own fears stop us. Then I need to live by that. So I asked them, I sent the email, and I actually got a pretty good result. They were like, yeah.
You know, I watched your journey. You know, you've appeared on big mainstream platforms, Lorraine. You know, it was inconsequential that you happen to wear a hijab. But it was,
I think it's pretty revolutionary. How often do you see a hijabi on TV who isn't talking about her faith? Like, faith is such a personal matter, man. Like, it's like asking someone their age, in my opinion. Asking with, like, why do you wear the hijab? That's such a personal question.
Do you still get those questions?
Sometimes I do, yeah, and I don't answer them because my relationship with my hijab has changed as well. And I'm now in a place where I don't feel that I am at liberty to share that information with anyone except for my, you know, people we hold nearest and dearest. Because sometimes social media can blur those lines of what is private to us.
So we've come to the end of the road, Amena.
Quite literally.
Yeah, literally. We're about to part ways. Thank you so much.
Had such a good chat.
Yeah.
We didn't film like the best parts. Sorry, guys.
No, I know. There was a lot of inside chat.
That was great. That was just what I needed. Thank you so much.
Anytime.
You're an amazing person to just like have these heart to hearts with.
There you go. I'm gonna rename this Q&A as Heart to Heart.
Have some cheesy music playing in the background.
I will.
Hollywood music.
Okay. Bye bye.